Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I am your host, Linda. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator in Canada. For those of you who don't know, I've been with Stampin' Up! For quite a while, 14 years I think. Love the stuff and love to share it with you. So Stamping A to Z is a series I started to share all the products that we have, what they are and how to use them and different ways of using them. So whether you're new to Stamping Up and you're looking to start getting into things, or if you've got a whole collection of things, sometimes we have stuff laying around that we never use, and so hopefully some of this inspires you to use what you have and maybe fall in love with some new things. Anyways, I'm going to turn you around, and before I turn you around, if you are watching and if you enjoy my videos, please share with your friends. I would love to grow our community. Hello, Yolande, glad to see you here. Yeah, so I'm going to turn you around and we're going to start. We're looking at some Kraft paper today. Okay, oops. There we go. All right, hopefully everyone's having a good Wednesday. I'm just gonna pull this up. Hopefully I can see your comments. Looks like it. Okay, so this is, we used to have Kraft paper way back when, I don't know how many years ago. And it was like the full-size Kraft sheets. It went away for some reason. I think it was too close to crumb cake or something. But Kraft paper is back, which I'm so happy because I really like the color and there's lots of fun things you can do with it. So this can be found in our mini catalog on page 9. It's part of the gingerbread and peppermint suite. So it can be found here. It is, so it comes in 6x6 sheets. There's 20 sheets in a pack for $8.25. So very reasonable for the amount of fun you can have with it. So I've been playing with, I'd already used some and I've been playing with it and I still have quite a few sheets left. So it goes a long way. So the one thing I have discovered, well, I've always known I'm kind of a tone-on-tone girl, but I really love Kraft paper with white. So a lot of the stuff today is going to have different variations of white added with the Kraft paper, and then there's a little twist to it as well. So we'll start with the first one, which is a kind of, we start simple and kind of go up from there. So I'm going to start, you guys have seen me use this several times. I'm going to use the Nuts About Squirrels. So I've got my two little squirrels here on my glass blocks, and I'm going to use Memento. Now I know that's kind of a no-no in terms of watercoloring, and I am going to use my water painters, but actually, you know what I could do? I never even thought to. I'm going to take out my blender pen instead, and then it won't be so much water and it won't smudge, and we can do an experiment because the one that I did ahead of time, I used my water painters. Let me see if I can, here we go. Hopefully it's alive and well. Okay, so we've got our little squirrels, and for this one I'm going to pull out my watercolor crayons. I couldn't find a pencil sharpener, so some of them are a little dull. It looks like a lot. It's because I have both packs of crayons in here. There's 2 packs in the annual catalog. So if you're wondering why there's so many, that is why. I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to use this basic gray. I'm just going to come in. Oh, I wish I could find a sharpener. I have an electric sharpener, which I know where that is, but I really don't want to use an electric sharpener with these. I'd probably eat it up. So I'm going to go darker, and then I'm just going to kind of go lighter as I come in, and you really don't have to fill it all. The only thing you have to remember with the Kraft paper is I find it's more absorbent than our standard cardstock. So just keep that in mind when you're coloring. But you can always let it dry and go over it again if it's not as dark as you'd like it. So that's always an option. And then I'm going to take my Whisper White, and color in his belly. So there is, in this stamp set, it's a 2-step stamp set, so I could just stamp it instead of coloring it in, but this is more fun. So let's see how this works with the blender pens. You have more control too with the blender pens, so, and I'm going to use my water painters here in a bit also, so you'll see the difference. So this is good. It'll give you I love to be able to show you kind of what if you do it with this, what if you do it with this, and then you kind of, you know what you want to do. Well, you can try it as well, but some people get stuck in the trial and error phase and are scared to make a mistake. So if you've already seen what happens when you use something, and hopefully it'll take away that fear of getting started and playing. So you just want to make sure your gray is off before or you can just kind of pull the white into the gray, and it almost becomes transparent, but not quite. So you still have that hint of white. It's not dry, but anyways. So here you can see I did the same thing. I did use my water painter with this one. Lots of fun with this one. This is just a punch with the sprigs, and this gold one is from the Expressions in Ink I don't know how to say this, ephemera pack. There's another one in the mini catalog right now. I don't know why it's called that, or I should look that up. Anyways, I fussy cut them out, and I used a piece of the 6x6 Kraft paper, and I just folded it in half to make a slimline card. So the 6x6 is actually perfect if you want to make the little slimline cards. So that's your first, you can see as it's drying. I'll try to remember to show it at the end so you can see what it really looks like fully dried. So let's put these away. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep things together, otherwise I'm losing everything when I'm done. Okay, or as I go, I should say. This next one, again, I've got my piece of Kraft paper. I'm using, this is from the Words of Cheer, and I'm just gonna use it with some white embossing powder. So I'm gonna bring my powder in here, open it up so it's ready, and then I've got my Versamark. And you've probably noticed I like to ink my larger stamps upside down. I find it easier than, because otherwise the block tends to rock and stuff. So I'm just going to stamp it here. And I'm going to do it again on the other side. Keep meaning, sorry for the shaking camera. I'm gonna have to set my camera, and I think I said this before, I need to try and set my camera on a different surface so that when I'm stamping I'm not making you guys seasick. Okay, so we'll just rock this around here, try and get it everywhere in one go. looks good. Get a little tap. Okay. Then we're just gonna, oh my, I made a mess. Didn't see that. Hang on, before I try this, let me shake this off here. Then I gotta try and get it back in the right place so I'm on camera still. So let's see. I'm a bit delayed when it comes to the camera, so let's see how much you guys can see. Okay, now we've got our heat tool here. Don't you just love the white on the Kraft? It just, I don't know, something about it. It just really pops. So with this one, I stuck with my white and Kraft theme, but I added a pop of color, which you will see in a minute. This is a really fun, the stamp set is really not too special. It has lots of good greetings, but the dies that go with it, I've used them before. And they're great. They layer on top of one another. I love those kind of dyes. Okay, I can't believe we are almost at the end of September, but we are still having very nice weather, so can't complain. It's just getting really dark in the morning. Okay, I think we're good. So it does not just pop on the Kraft paper. Like, you can do white embossing powder on any cardstock, but I just find it has extra pop on this one. So then I have more stuff that might take longer, so I'm gonna go straight to the card. So what I did was I just cut this out with the stitched rectangle dies, which I believe are no longer around. They retired, which is very sad. I did warn you guys to get them. And then with the Blushing Bride, I used the scallop contours dies. And then the Happy is what I was talking about. These are the dies that go with the stamp set. So it has the layering. And then I didn't use just white, I used white velvet. So you can't really, I don't think you, and the stars too are in white velvet. I don't think you can really see a difference other than it's a little fuzzy, but it has a cool texture. So for somebody who receives the card, they'll be able to feel it and have it be kind of cool. So that is the next one with the embossing powder. Next up is my little twist to this. It's not white. It's not white in Kraft. We'll see if you guys can guess what's going on here. Okay. So I gotta find all my pieces. All my pieces and parts. Okay, so I've got this kitty cat from The Cutest Halloween. This is part of the designer series paper that you can get with the suite. So I cut it off of, I'll show you the piece. So this is the piece, and I just cut a piece out so I'm not using up all of the paper. And then we have our handy dandy punch, and it does the cat, the pumpkin, and the ghost all at once. But here we just need the cat. So I've got my Post-it note so that I have something to hold on to. That's my Save Your Designer Series paper trick. And you just have to punch. You can obviously keep the Post-it note if you want to. And then you just have to peel off that little piece of Post-it off your cat. So I've got my little cat. I'm going to stamp Trick or Treat with black, not white, black. couldn't like totally bore you guys with white, so had to change it up a little bit. And then I've got this punch, which is the Postage stamp punch, I believe it's what it's called. It's in the annual catalog. Oh, and I should, you know what, I lent someone my punch the other day and they thought it was broken, but I think it's because this piece is what locks the stamp or the punch together. So when you're storing it, it's not open like this. So sometimes when you're punching, if the piece moves down, it catches and then you can't punch properly. So they thought it was broken. And I realized I should really, it's just so natural for me now, I don't think to tell people, but make sure it's in the open position before you're punching. And then it makes it so much easier to punch. Like so. Okay, so I've got my tag, I've got my cat, I so wanted to show you guys this really cool technique, but I think it's a whole video in itself because it has lots of steps to it and takes a really long time. So we're going to do something halfway there, I guess. So this one I'm just going to show you what it looks like when it gets embossed, because it's a different texture paper than our regular cardstock. So since we've got cats, I decided to use the animal print. You know, it's all in the same family. But I'm going to spritz it first because this isn't a 3D embossing folder. It's just the regular one. So the grooves aren't as deep. So usually spritzing helps give you the most impression possible. So we spritz that and it's just water. Then I'm going to take my Big Boss here, and I have my my bottom plate, and then you need, so when it's not the 3D, oh geez, I'm dropping everything. Okay, when it's not the 3D embossing folder, you put one plate, and then you put your embossing folder, and then you put another plate on top. And you run it through, and you want to make sure that your embossing folder, that the fold is facing going through first, because otherwise you can break the edge of your embossing folder. This part, if you're going this way, because it can get bunched and it can break over time. It won't break on your first roll or anything, but just so you know, you want to watch for that. So, I mean, it's still wet. I just dropped my, hang on, dropping everything so I can't show you. Okay, I'll show you the dry version in a second and you'll see. But so where I was going with this is you can actually make this look like faux leather. So hopefully on another video, I will show you the technique. It's pretty cool. But like I said, lots of steps. So it looks and feels like leather. So then I'm going to put my cat onto here, but I thought my cat's really small for the size of what I was using. So I took some of this ribbon, and I wanted to show, because I don't know if you guys have ever done this with ribbon. It's nothing like crazy, but you can just put some adhesive down, which is usually about the width of the ribbon, so it works well. And then all I did, it's the ruffled kind of look. So you stick down a piece and then you fold it over. I don't know if you can see with my hands in the way. And then you just stick it down and then ruffle it again, stick it down, fold, stick, fold. Uh-oh, and let me make enough room. Okay. And then cut it. So it kind of gives it kind kind of that ruffled look. Easy way to do the ruffled look without sewing it and then pulling it. This is a super fast, easy way to do it. And then all I did was I took my small black dimensional, since my cat is black. I know my base is white, but I just, I want to go on either side of my ribbon. So I put one on each ear, and since they're, you know, it's kind of hard to position. If they're sticking out, they wouldn't show as much as a white dimensional. So the black ones come in handy when you're doing something dark. Looks like Zen tangling. I saw you do, you did a video with that, didn't you? Because I feel like I've seen a post about that from you. It looks cool. Okay, so then, like I said, I didn't do it with white. I went with black. So again, it's like, it's almost, I mean, it's a totally neutral color, but it just pops on these neutral white and black. So you can totally go one way or the other, go all white, go all black. And then I use these cute little stars from, they're from the same suite, the cute Halloween suite, I believe. Let's make sure. Yeah. So this is the suite. This is the little punch, and then these are the stars and the ribbon as well from there, and the designer series paper. So if you're looking for that, it's on page 51 of our mini catalog. Cute, right? Now we've got some Halloween cards made. Okay, next one. This is the fun one. All right, so I have my favorite Peaceful Cabin stamp set. I love playing with this one, and I love the actual set. It just, for me, outdoors, cabin, skiing, snow, it's all my favorite things. As much as I love fall, the colors, I think winter is one of my favorite. Don't shoot me. I know most people don't like winter, but I do. Okay, so craft paper, and our closest ink color to the Kraft is crumb cake. Yeah, that ribbon's awesome, hey? And did you see me color it last week? It's so easy to color with blends, and then it can be black in whatever color you want in 2 seconds. So it's awesome that way. So these trees are all one stamp. So the fun part is you get to stamp them. Oh, I can't remember where. Hang on, sorry. So the dies cuts them out all at once, and I don't remember which side it's on, so I just want to know where to I'm stamping. So closer to that side. Okay, sorry. Forgot. Brain fart. Okay, so you can see it matches pretty well. If you want it less contrast, you could stamp off before you stamp them, and then it'll be that much lighter. Your other option actually is to use Versamark, which I showed you last time as well. Let me just, here, I'll show you. Show you the difference. If I can find my Versamark. There it is. Okay. Step it on this side so you can see. Oh, you didn't see last week's yet. Now with the craft paper, I don't know how well, but it does give you a subtle look. But with what I'm doing, I want the darker trees. It might get a little bit darker as it kind of soaks in. Can you see that? So it's a subtle, that's very tone on tone. This isn't as tone on tone. Okay, so I have my trees, and then I'm going to just give it a look of snow speckledness. But I'm going to cut it out first, because I'm going to show you there's two steps to the dies. You could probably do them at the same time. You know, let's see. I didn't try to do it at the same time. My space for videoing is too small. I have to rejig my workspace. Sometimes my projects just have way too many things to them. Okay, so I have my trees here, and I'll show you. The trees have cutouts that go with them to make it look like snow. And I believe, oh yeah, you can do it at the same time. So you can turn it into one step instead of two. So we're gonna put those there. And I gotta find my, oh, this cutting plate has been used so much. It's like, I feel like I need a new one, but it's still so flat and nice. I don't necessarily want to use a new one yet. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. So then you take that piece off and that piece off. Try not to lose the dies at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty neat that you can do it together. So now you can kind of see it looks like it has snow, but we're going to make it look even more snowy since it's not on white cardstock. So we're going to add some snow here, not like this. We have, so we're going to take our Whisper White Kraft ink, squeeze it like you do any of the other ones so you get some ink on your, I don't know how inked my actual pad is, so I might just, it looks like I've got some. You can also just add a few drops of the refill if your ink pad isn't very juicy, and then just add some water to it. You can see it's turning all white, and then you can just add as much or as little snow. And I just kind of came in here and just kind of spotted it around and then did along the edges. So that you have the snow. And then I even went as far as coloring this in. Now you can see you can get it fairly white, but if you kind of put more water or take some of this off, it can get lighter too. So you can go as white or as translucent as you would like. Okay, I won't do the whole thing. Then we're gonna do, I'll move that, and if I can find my other piece of paper here, let's close this for a sec. So then, oh, I need to change my stamp. I couldn't find my other, I know I have more than one of these blocks, but I couldn't find it. And now I can't, oh, put things everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to change my trees, and I'm going to put the little cabin. And again, if you look at the dies, the cabin gets cut out. So you kind of want to make sure you're kind of putting your cabin in the right spot, depending on what you, I mean, you could put it on this side and then just cut again over here, or cut it with your scissors. Again, this is a two cut die that you can cut at the same time. This gives it so that you have this snow look. So if you had white behind this, it would look like snow, but we're going to make the snow ourselves with our water water painter. Now I've lost my crumb cake. Oh, here it is. Okay. And then we're just going to stamp it somewhere over here. Voila. We've got our cabin. And then we're going to cut it out. So you can see I don't have it all the way to the edge, but that's okay because I can just trim it. Come right here. Where's... Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the plate. Paper, cut out. And other plate. Yeah, yes, we should be very good at making snow. Fortunately, it doesn't always come when we want it, but, okay, now I've lost my scissors. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I'm just going to trim. Looks like it's kind of angled that way, so... And then I can decide too where I want to put it on the card. So with this one, similar, you can come in and add your snow to kind of the roof line. Well, actually the whole roof has snow on it. You can put all your snow. I'm not going to do the whole thing or you will be bored out of your mind. So, and then you can put your snow here. And then this is, this was learned from my upline, Lindsay. She loves this. She does it on everything. Let me just pick up some more white. You can do this with markers. You can do this with your water painter. Just take your cap and flick with your cap and you get this snow or speckle or whatever you want to call it. You might, I mean, it kind of looks like it's snowing as it's speckled. So I don't know if you want to put like a layer of a bit of white and then the speckle, but I just thought that kind of added some interest. So then you've got your trees, you've got your snow. So the fun thing with this set is you can layer, you can put them all together or you can layer them. So you could stamp them all flat or you can stamp them and cut them by the layers. And there's this cute little fox and he has his own whole layer that you can cut out and add to it. There's the little fence, there's more trees you can add. It's just such a fun set that you can, like, there's just so much you can do with this. So anyways, here's the finished product. So I went tone on tone on tone. So the cork paper that we have in our mini catalog right now, I just thought it looked pretty cool with the Kraft paper. So now you've got the texture of the cork, you've got your Kraft paper, you've got your added snow. If you really wanted to make this more snowy, I guess you could emboss and have it pop up. It's too bad they don't have that puff paint anymore, where you could make it kind of puffy. That was fun. And then I used these sequins are from the same suite out of the mini. So it's all out of the same suite. Oh, and I think I forgot to tell you, the white velvet that I used on the Happy before, that can be found in this same Peaceful suite. So the white velvet's here, the sequins, and this whole bundle. And oh my gosh, I've shown you guys this before, but the designer series paper is to die for. The timber, the ribbon, this suite, my favorite. you could use this. Oh, I can't see the comment. It's so bright in here. Oh, with Winkostella. Yeah, totally. Add some bling with some Winkostella. That's a good idea. I might have to do that. I will add that onto there. We want to see what it looks like. I wonder if I have it handy. Here we go. I don't know how much is left in here. I have it on my list to order because I feel like it's getting on its last legs here. Oh, looks like it's got, oh, it might wash out the white a little bit. You might have to make sure you've got a good layer of white on there so you don't. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know, can you see that glittering? Oh, I'm totally gonna do that all over. So pretty. Good idea, Yolande. Yes, I know. I need to. There's so many things on back order too. I had a whole list of stuff and I've been waiting to put my order in, and then I'm waiting for one thing. So I thought, oh, I'll wait till the 20th when it's in stock because I couldn't order the one thing I wanted. And then they pushed that one, and then more stuff is back ordered and not even orderable. So if there's stuff you want, make sure you look and plan, especially if you want stuff from Celebration. Because yeah, it's getting hard to get your hands on stuff, unfortunately. But hopefully it'll be, it looks like most of it should be in stock before the end of September. So just if you have anything that you want and you're unable to order it when you go on my store, let me know and I can let you know when it's supposed to be in stock so that you don't have that problem. If you are shopping on my store, you can use this September host code. I did mention last week it was released, so next month's Paper Pumpkin is a Christmas theme. It is supposed to coordinate with the Peaceful Play Suite, which is what I just used with the cabin. So that'll be fun if you have that one. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. I'm glad that you get inspired. That's the whole point of these videos, and it makes me happy because then I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself. And I mean, I have fun crafting for myself. I love doing these videos, but it makes me even happier when people are watching. So for sure, share with your friends. I know, Yolanda, you're not on Facebook a lot, but I am posting them on YouTube, and I think I've seen you share them. So anyways, thanks for sharing. If you're sharing, share if you haven't shared. That's the greatest gift you can give to me. Reminder, as Celebration is ending, if you'd like to join my team, super duper deal on right now. You get one of these bundles for free on top of your regular, it's $135. You get to choose $165 worth of product plus a bundle, and it's just the $135. No tax, no shipping, nothing. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm hoping I can get enough people by mid-October to start a card club. So if you've been part of a book club or whatever, you spend money on a book every month. So with this, it's free to do the club. The only requirement is that you put in a minimum $35 order each month, and everybody gets to be the host one of the months. It goes for 9 months. So your commitment is for 9 months and $35 plus tax and shipping. Or maybe if we're doing, we'll see. But I will give you all the dates ahead of time. The great thing is, well, it's good and it's bad. It's online. Since we can't be in person, at least for now. I might down the road try and do a hybrid. I do have some people that are not close enough to do it in person. So maybe if we have a few enough people that are close by that want to be in person when we can, maybe we can do a hybrid. But yeah, for now it'll be online. You'll get all your supplies mailed to you, and we just get together once a month and craft and have fun. So if you're interested in joining, let me know. I need 6 more people to make it a go. So if you know someone who you think might be interested, I'm going to send out an email to my list of people, but I just thought I'd mention it also. So if you're in Canada and you want to join, let me know. I think that is everything for today. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye.